Hey, good to see you on Times again, and today's video I'm going to share with you one of the simple math problems like you can see on the screen. Okay, it's just a comparing numbers. So how can we possibly solve this? Maybe you have an ideas. Okay, so let's figure out together. Well, like you can see the problem one times again, and presumably if we just assume that the one number is greater than numbers, it will be tough to solve, right? It's a little hard to guess actually, in order to distinguish whether the first number is greater than the second numbers or the second number is greater than the first number. It's a kind of, a little tough in there, but after you watch this, I believe that you will get a sense on how to compare with two of this number. Okay, let's think together. So what I'm going to discuss is in the first parts of that, I'm going to take it to discuss first. Okay, so the first number of that. So if you calculate, even the calculator will be error. All right, it will be a lots of number. So we have to, a little smart in there. Just think about this together. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to break through this where I take 2 times 10,000 there and I take 3 times 10,000 there. So, well, it is kind of the same, right? Do you agree with me? When you time in together, it will remain the same. So after that, I rewrite into what? Into the powers where I replace 10,000 here into 10 to the powers of 4, and 3 times 10,000, I put it the same, right? So after that, I want to remind you one of the rational formula that most of the time we used it, which is this formula, a times b to the powers of m is equal to a to the powers of m times b to the powers of m. So in here, what I'm going to get, I'm get this, okay? So where I'm going to separate this part together. Oh, I'm sorry. So let me erase it a little bit. So you just separate this part together where you get this. Okay, so, oh, it's still the same, but actually that's okay. So after that, you just break through this where you get 2 to the powers of 3, and this one you time together where you get 12 here, right? Okay, do you agree with me? All right, so this thing you get what? You get 8, right? Because 2 to the power of 3 you get 8, and this one you put it the same where 10 to the power of 12, and this one you remain it the same, right? Okay, so let's look at the second number, which is 30,000 to the powers of 20,000. So where you're going to do is to do the same like the first one, going to break through like this. All right, so I'm going to do like the first one where I'm going to write into a power like that, and this part I put it in within the same, right? Okay, so after that I'm going to drop number 2 down. So okay, using the formula that I showed you previously, and this thing I'm going to get like that because 4 times 2 is 8 like that, and 3 to the powers of 2, right? So what I'm going to get is 9, and this one I put it the same as well. So now the new number where you're going to compare is the inside. Okay, it's the inside. So well, in this kind we're going to compare 8 times 10 to the powers of 12 and 9 times 10 to the powers of 8, right? Because since this thing we know it has the same powers, so where you're going to do is just compare these two numbers. Okay, so because seriously, I know that 8 times 10 to the power of 12 is greater than 9 times 10 to the power of 8. It is rational, right? Because what? This one is 10 to the power of 12, where you break, you got 12 zero in there, right? And this one you got only 8 zero. So easily that we can compare this. So this number is greater than this number. So if you put the powers in both sides, where you got this number 20,000 to the powers of 30,000 is greater than 30,000 to the powers of 20,000, and that is the answer. Okay, so let me know if you have different way to solve this. Comments in the comment box below. Hey, if you enjoy watching this video, don't forget to click subscribe in order to get more math tips and math outstanding video. Thank you for watching.